Hola y'all, it's Jessie with Seasonal Southern Living in Spanish. Today I have a treat for you and a special request from my daughter. We are going to be making chicken enchiladas. Also, I'm going to be making homemade salsa, but I've already showed you guys how to do that. And we're going to be making homemade tortilla chips in the air fryer. So stick around and I hope you enjoy. Preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and now I've got a really large baking dish ready, and I'm about to get all of the ingredients that go inside the enchiladas together. Okay, so I changed angles on you, but this is one of those meals that you just mix it all together, throw it together, get it in the oven, super quick, super simple, but very delicious. And for a working mom of 3 kids and just all the craziness that we have going on, sports almost every night, church on other nights, community functions or whatever, it's just nice to have something that you can throw together quickly that everybody really enjoys. I just have a mixing bowl here and I have 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. I put it in the microwave for like a minute to get it soft. And to this, I'm gonna be adding a little bit of garlic powder. I'm gonna give you the specific measurements on the blog, of course, and some onion powder to the cream cheese and some cumin as well. I don't know that you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I moved it down just a touch, but it also chops off my head. So I'm gonna like crouch down for you. So I'm adding a little bit. I have specific measurements for you. And then once everything gets mixed together, I encourage you to taste it. You always want to taste and make sure that it's exactly what you want, okay? Typically, I use boneless, skinless chicken breast, but today in the fridge, I had boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which are totally great. They're a dark meat, they're very juicy, they have really great flavor. I put them in my Instapot very quickly on like 20 minutes, and I ran to get the children from school. Well, I ran to get the kids from basketball practice. And so I let that cook while I was gone. So it is super hot and it's still in my Instapot. But I'm gonna shred this chicken and I'm gonna add it to our mixing bowl. All right, now that I have my chicken all mixed in and shredded in that cream cheese mixture, I'm gonna taste it right now because this is the moment that I get to adjust the seasoning of what's inside of the tortilla. Okay, I definitely need a little bit of cumin, a little more cumin, I should say. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of Tony's because I need a little bit of salt and pepper and I like Cajun seasoning. So I'm gonna go grab some. I don't wanna put too much salt. I try to be very careful with salt, but you have to season your food and you have to flavor it. I mean, I want it to taste delicious. I just try to be careful about, over salting. I do not want it to be bland, but we also don't wanna be like insane with the salt. There's so many bad things associated with too much salt in your food. And I don't know about you guys, but if I eat a dish that is extremely salty, I am thirsty, it seems like, for days. For example, if I eat fried fish, and I love fried fish, but when I eat fried fish, it's like I can't drink enough water. For like 2 to 3 days, my mouth is dry. I just have to constantly drink water. And I guess it's because the cornmeal that I fry my fish in may be a touch salty, and I don't know, I can't take a lot of salt, so I want to be careful. So I just added a little bit of Tony's to this. That tastes good to me. All right, the cumin is perfect. So I have this all mixed up. The next thing I want to do is tortillas. I grabbed the Carb Balance, the ultra soft, not ultra soft, pretty sure that's toilet paper. Super soft. I grabbed the super soft Carb Balance ones. To me, they taste just like regular tortillas, and if I can be a little bit healthier with the dish, I want to do that. And these are low carb. They're only 45 calories for 1 tortilla, and yeah, they're low carb. So to me, this is the way to go. What I'm gonna do is take my tortilla. I'm gonna take my cream cheese shredded cooked chicken mixture. Again, I use the dark meat. Es un secreto también. It's a secret because mi esposo no le gusta. He doesn't like dark meat. He'll never know. What he won't realize is this tender and delicious chicken is not boneless, skinless chicken breast. Because we have plenty of that in the freezer as well, but this has more flavor and this is juicier. You can use whatever you have on hand. Matter of fact, if you don't even feel like getting your chicken done already, although the Instant Pot is great for recipes like this, you could just swing by the grocery store and get a rotisserie chicken, pull it off the bone, and bam, you got it. And even if you're in a pinch, I'm looking at my pantry over there, if you're in a pinch, you can use canned chicken. I would rinse it just to get that, you know, salty, watery brine or whatever it's preserved in the can off of it, and then go for it. It's okay. So I've stuffed my tortilla, and then I just rolled it up. I am just stuffing these tortillas and folding them up. Let's take a quick time out and mix our sauce together. Okay, the sauce is made of simple pantry ingredients. We're gonna be using cream of chicken soup, and I've just got this in a really big bowl right here. Cream of chicken soup. We are also going to be adding some diced green chilies. Just like that. The struggle is real. It's either I have to show you my face or I have to show you the food. I'm gonna try to get that angle better another time, I guess. Okay, then I'm gonna be adding some sour cream. I try to cut corners where it's okay, you can't taste it, and so I really love light sour cream. And not that I'm putting this under the healthy category on my blog, I'm not, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a dish, and you can substitute a few of the ingredients and not sacrifice any flavor, but make it a touch healthier or a touch carb friendlier or calorie friendlier, then just do it. If it doesn't sacrifice flavor and you're trying to be healthier in your eating, you can make small, minor changes like that that make a big difference. I'm gonna pour in just a touch of milk. And then I like to add a can of red enchilada sauce. All right, so I've got the sauce completely mixed up, and I'm just gonna pour it, a little bit of it, into the bottom of my baking dish, again, so that my tortillas do not stick, okay? I'm just gonna tilt this down. And it doesn't have to be a super thick layer. I'm just gonna do a really thin layer here. And I already had 2 of them made, so I'm just gonna start layering them in the baking dish, just like that. And I'm gonna continue to do that until it's completely, the chicken mixture is completely gone, and I've used all my tortillas. Enchiladas in the baking dish. See the sauce on the bottom. And now I'm just going to take the remainder of my sauce and I'm going to pour it all over the top. And what this is going to do, besides add great flavor, is it's going to protect our flour tortillas. If they don't have something on top of them in the oven when you bake it, they can get kind of hard and kind of crispy, I guess. But they can get kind of tough. So this sauce on top keeps them moist, it's flavorful, and it's gonna keep them from getting tough, crispy, even drying out, I think would be the better word for it. It's gonna keep them from drying out. And it's just delicious. It is just delicious. And delicioso. And I am going to show you as soon as I get it all on there. And you might get more tortillas, you know, out of your recipe. It really depends on how full you stuff your enchiladas. This, by the way, I have to like say this because I feel like I'm gonna get roasted big time. This is not tradicional. This is not traditional enchiladas in no way, shape, form, or fashion. This is just enchiladas the way that my family likes them because they're not huge fans of corn tortillas. My family likes flour tortillas, and enchiladas are traditionally made with corn tortillas. So I don't want anybody coming after me in the comments. This is not traditional. This is just what my family likes, okay? So no infringement upon culture here. All right, I have covered them with the remaining sauce. Now, of course, I'm going to cover them with some shredded cheddar cheese. My oven has been preheated to 350. And while it's baking, and everything in the dish is already cooked. So what I'm doing is I'm melting the cheese. I'm getting everything nice and hot and bubbly. So while that's happening, about 35 to 40 minutes, because it's a thick dish, I'm going to be making my salsa, which comes together super quickly in the blender. And then I'm gonna be making homemade tortilla chips in the air fryer. Now I did these the other day with flour tortillas, and they were good, but they were a little, flour's a lot thicker and their texture was different. It tasted a lot more like a pita chip. And I'll just tell you that my picky family, especially my kids, were not very impressed. So they're like, they're okay, but they're not like regular tortilla chips. And I was like, yeah, because I didn't get corn tortillas, but I did today. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So this is ready to go in the oven, covered with cheese, covered with sauce, stuffed with deliciousness. And yeah, 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm gonna be making someone else. Okay, so while the chicken enchiladas are cooking in the oven, I went ahead and made my salsa. You can check out that recipe on the blog. And then Ava is working on homemade tortilla chips. So all we did is we took corn tortillas, just like this, and we cut them into little bitty triangles, just like a chip. And she's brushing them on each side with some avocado oil. And we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt. We're gonna put them into the air fryer at 375 degrees and watch them so they get brown and crispy. Salsa's done. Okay, homemade tortilla chips. Perfect. Little avocado oil, little salt, air fryer, 375. Just watch them, shake them till they get brown and to the crispiness that you desire. Let me just show you these tortilla chips really quick. And I'm just gonna give them a shake, move them around. This batch is almost ready to come out. And then I'll put my last batch in. While I was waiting, I whipped up something else that we absolutely adore in my family, and that is homemade fresh guacamole. Don't come at me for this, but I'm just telling you that I haven't had a good guacamole in a restaurante, ever. Nunca. Never. Just cracking open an avocado and slapping it in a bowl and squishing it up does not mean you made guacamole. And it certainly doesn't mean that it's a good guacamole. So you need a healthy dose of lime, some garlic, cilantro, some red onion, some Tony's, or whatever seasoned salt that you like. Y'all, this is gonna go amazing with my homemade tortilla chips. Let me show you. Super crispy homemade tortilla chip, guacamole. I can just eat it with a spoon, the whole thing. Here's your friendly reminder to just keep an eye on your tortilla chips and not get so distracted by the delicious guacamole that you're making that you forget about them. And I must say, I was like, oh no, they're ruined. I ruined an entire batch of chips. And then I tasted them. They do not taste burnt at all. They taste toasty and delicious. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure my next batch isn't so well done. But good news is they're not ruined. They're so wonderful. Great, chicken enchiladas just Ava's so excited because this was her meal request for this week. They just came out of the oven. I just sprinkled some green onions on half of it and not on the other half because I have a picky eater that doesn't like green onions. But let me show you. You can still see it bubbling. Quick meal put together. You're gonna love it. Here's the plate. I have some pepperoncini just because I like it, and I put some lettuce on top of my enchiladas. I have enchiladas, homemade tortilla chips, guacamole, and pepperoncini pepper. And of course, our homemade salsa. We always put them in little bitty salsa bowls. So hope you guys enjoy. Leave me a comment and follow along for more easy, quick recipes for during the week that are delicious, simple to make, and something that everybody at the table will love. Adios.